When talking about the greatness of Stephen Curry, we have a lot of moments to reference. A lot of moments that we all know and love. And these are all great, and we can go on about these for a long time. But sometimes I find interest in the moments that aren't known so well. And that brings us to the topic of this video, which is a late season matchup back in 2013 between the Golden State Warriors and the LA Lakers, where he would show yet another glimpse of the player that he actually was and the player he could turn out to be.
Are you kidding me? Woo! That young man is dangerous.
But some context is needed. The 2012-2013 season was a year in which we would see all sorts of changes in the NBA. Among these changes was the fact that the Golden State Warriors were actually good at basketball for the first time in 7 years. With the drafting of young players such as Draymond Green, Festus Ezeli, and Klay Thompson during the 2011 and 2012 off seasons, the Warriors were finally looking like they were making an improvement. But the biggest factor of all was the breakout of Stephen Curry. After seemingly never-ending ankle injuries, he would get surgeries in the 2012 offseason, and he would end up signing what would end up being one of the most favorable contracts in NBA history. 4 years, $44 million. A deal which was actually seen as a risk for Golden State at the time, due to his extensive injury history. He had played just 26 games the season before, and nobody really knew if his ankle problems would come back. And one thing to keep in mind as well, this came just a few months after the Warriors had traded away fan favorite Monte Ellis in return for big man Andrew Bogut, who, by the way, was injured at the time. So people looked at the Warriors funny. Why would they trade Monte Ellis, who is still good, and yet they keep this Curry guy around who is also kinda good, but can't stay healthy at all, as he was injured at the time of the trade as well. So it was a very questionable move at the time, but it would become clear the next season that he was finally ready to take the next step and silence all the doubters. And that's exactly what he was doing. Through the first half of the season, he averaged career highs in scoring and assists, and was shooting over 45% from 3 on 7 attempts per game. But despite a clear improvement from his previous seasons, he wouldn't be selected to the 2013 All-Star game. And in the Warriors' 6th game after that All-Star break, he would let everyone know exactly how he felt.
Chandler is 7-1. Curry is now that's dominating. They've got a little more pep in their step. Curry. He gets the ball once Jefferson comes over, and there's Curry with the steal.
Good defense from Thompson to poke it away. Curry pulls up and nails it. Chandler got a piece of that pass. Curry gets it back. Little fake Felton goes for it. This guy's incredible.
He denying him the ball. Curry's going silent late in the quarter.
Oh, Curry nails it. Misses rebound, picked up by Curry. Curry pulls up for 3. It's good. Stephen Curry's got 49, and he's hit 10 three-pointers. This is Majors Curry off the screen, another 3. He puts it in. Stephen Curry with 52. It's the most points scored in the NBA this season.
54 points, 11 threes against the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden. A performance that would give him the highest scoring game in the NBA for the entire 2012-2013 season, and one that would prove to everyone that he was next up. But of course, this is a game that a lot of people already know about, so let's get to the one that isn't talked about as much. The Warriors' third to last game of the season would be a matchup against the LA Lakers, who at this point are desperately trying to get into the playoffs after an injury-riddled year. Kobe Bryant is doing Kobe things, but is also playing extreme minutes in an effort to carry the team, something that will come into play later. Steph Curry coming into this matchup had already played 75 games on the season and averaged almost 23 points and 7 assists in those games, while helping lead Golden State to a playoff appearance. So the Lakers were about to have an absolute battle on their hands, as they were still trying to secure a playoff spot of their own. And so, off we go.
Round, he's out of Vanderbilt. The Commodore. Here's Steph Curry. Floater. You'll see a couple of those throughout the course of the night. And Steph has his first bucket. He led the Lakers. What a move by Curry. And there's a floater off the glass for another deuce.
Steph starts out the game by absolutely cooking Steve Blake nearly every single possession. At this point, the Lakers didn't really have anyone else better to guard him, as Kobe was pretty much playing all 48 minutes at this point in the season and needed to carry much of the offensive load, so he needed to conserve as much energy as humanly possible, and that's how you end up with Steve Blake guarding Stephen Curry. The result is the masterclass that you are about to see.
One thing I like about Blake, though, is he plays with a real chip on his shoulder. And so does that young man, Steph Curry.
Here's Curry trying to find space. Boy, desperate chase with Steve Blake, and Curry has started this game 4 for 5. And Curry for 3. Got it again. He's feeling it. Look out. Mike D'Antoni admitting he might have misused Powell. Look at Steph Curry. Brings in the rebound.
Yeah, and he'll be guarded by there's Steph Curry again.
In fact, the Lakers back on December 22nd in Golden State had more shots inside 10 feet than any other game, and that is just ridiculous. 2 weeks ago, Curry moving in, mid-range, yes. 22 points in the first quarter for Steph Curry.
By the end of the first quarter, Steph Curry would put up 22 points, 1 point off of his season average in 1 quarter. But soon after, it was time for Kobe Bryant to start giving the Lakers some life, as he had been doing all season long.
Kobe Bryant does not have a point until right now.
It's a tough matchup.
Kobe trying to make it 2 in a row, and he does from the outside. Experience, and that's what they're going to need going into the playoffs. Oh, Kobe does it to Klay Thompson!
And this would seem to be the scoring run the Lakers needed to at least get the upper hand for the time being. But Steph is simply on another planet right now. So even though the Lakers were able to get back into the game, they wouldn't be able to build any sort of lead, because they quite literally cannot stop anything that he's doing.
It went 41-28, 21-16, and that equaled a victory. Curry got it again. Got it again. He's got it again, Kobe. Immediately comes right out at him. Here's a pick. Curry behind the pack, spinning, throws it up and misses, but he's going to get
look at this.
4 on 1.
8 on nothing.
So what do? They give it to Curry. It's a 4 on 1, so here you go, Steph. Shoot a 3.
And as expected, we have an all-out dogfight on our hands between the veterans and the young guys, going into halftime tied at 57. And after a short break, we're back, right where we left off.
As Steph Curry tries to open it up the second half, and he does it right there. And Kobe has gone to him before and said, I need a rest. We'll see if it happens. No stopping him.
It was becoming clear that in order to win this game, the Lakers would need some second half heroics from Kobe. But unfortunately, his job was about to become even more difficult than it already was.
Bryant attacking baseline, and he runs into a stone wall of Festus Ezeli, and he's holding his left knee.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets bump knees. But the way he's holding that thing and laying down, it doesn't look like it's something that's just a bump of the knee.
As he has it, spinning in trouble. Oh, and he's limping. He's hurting. Kobe's hurting. And I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. This might be that same knee that he hurt.
No, this is
it something different?
No, this is the right foot, or the right leg. I mean,
but in typical Kobe fashion, he would brush it off and keep going, even though he was clearly hobbled. No words can describe this. Like, I don't mean to be that guy or, you know, bring that up, but it's quite literally just Mamba mentality. It's actually that simple. Kobe had shown that he wasn't going to let his team lose under any circumstances, but Steph Curry had the same idea.
Desperation time. Curry, 3, got it! Thompson, he's going to attack and kick, and Curry's alone. He's wide open.
And very quickly, we have a fourth quarter duel for the ages starting to develop.
Kobe, 3, yes! Kobe, guarded by the rookie, Harrison Barnes. Kobe, one-on-one, isolated for the tie. He's got it, it's 107 all!
the Mamba is looking like the Mamba.
Now in a tie game with 3.5 minutes left, fans were waiting to see who was going to be able to pull it out. Pause. Was it going to be Steph Curry, who at this point has 45 points in 41 minutes, or Kobe Bryant, who has 32 points in 45 minutes? And we were soon going to get our answer. Except we weren't. Even though he was trying his hardest to carry this Lakers team to the playoffs, Kobe's body had finally had enough. And what would happen next would take priority over everything that happened in this game.
Bryant again going to work, falls down. Again, he's struggling. He's going to stay down there for a bit. Bryant has not sat tonight. He is literally on his last leg right now. Alternately, it has seemed to be his knee, his foot, his ankle, and now his Achilles.
Yeah, this time, I don't think he's going to be able to do what he did the last 2 times where he ran it off and was able to play with the pain.
He could barely make it to the free throw line. Bryant tonight with 32 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and he is hurting. But the Lakers down by 2, and they want him and need him at the free throw line. Got it.
If, in fact, he gets to the other end before a foul, maybe.
Made him. Lakers might foul. They might foul to get him out of the game. That's
they
what
have to.
Do. Yeah. Kobe's coming out.
Once again, no words can describe this. But unfortunately, we do have a game to finish. One that has serious implications for the Lakers' playoff hopes. And now they have to do it without their leader on the floor.
Curry. Behind the back. Corner of the key, knocked down.
There's
Carl
the advantage
Landry.
of having Landry in the game as opposed to Ezeli.
Blake, bounce pass, Dwight, yes! Slam dunk! Warriors, Blake, world peace. 2 of the 5 for the Lakers, but Klay Thompson hits it from the outside. Curry's got it. 8 seconds left. Lakers lead by 1. Landry misses, strikes on the rebound, foul at 1.5.
No timeouts, down by 1 with 1 second left, with Dwight Howard going to the free throw line. But the Warriors do still have one last chance.
Curry from the backcourt, almost, and the Lakers hang on and win the game.
Are you kidding me?
That almost went down.
Are you kidding me? Woo! That young man is dangerous.
Dude. What? I understand that he didn't make the shot, but what? It just doesn't make any sense. But it was pretty fitting, because this game was one of the early warnings to the rest of the league for what was about to happen. Steph Curry would finish the game with 47 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, and 3 steals. He shot 17 for 31 from the field, and 9 for 15 from 3. This would be just the 12th time in league history where a player would score 45 or more points and hit 9 or more threes in a game. He would become just the 2nd player in NBA history to pull that off in multiple games. Joining who else? Kobe Bryant, who became the first player to do so back in 2003. It was now more apparent that this was going to be the start of something special. And yes, I understand that they didn't win. Yes, his performance was overshadowed by other events in the game, but this can still be considered one of the best games of his entire career because of the context. First season after a lot of fans had essentially written him off, and not even 1 year after having his 2nd ankle surgery, and he's having unbelievable games against the biggest stars in the NBA. And again, there are other things that happened in this game that took the spotlight away from his performance. But in my opinion, that's what makes this Stephen Curry's best game that you don't remember. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell to be notified when I upload. Comment down below what you want to see next. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
From that
the one. Oh my god. Oh my. No, Jarrett Jack cross Meta World Peace. Oh my god. Oh.